Hi everyone, today we're going to study special products of cube of binomial. We're going to have two parts. The first part is the sum of two terms and it is raised to 3. In the books you will find the special product to be these terms. We have 4 terms in the product here. So let us examine one by one. The first is x3. It comes from the first term here, x, and it is raised to 3. The second term, the constant 3 will always be there. So we're going to multiply the x and the y. But the first term x will be squared. So you see here 3x squared y. The third term, the constant 3 is always there. Again, we're going to multiply the x and y. But this time, we will square the second term, that is y. So you see here 3x y squared. And the last term here is the cube of this y. So it is y cubed. Now let us have a quick multiplication to confirm this product. So I copied the x plus y raised to 3. And we know by long multiplication, we can write x plus y times x plus y times x plus y. And then this x plus y times x plus y, we can simplify this using our special product of square of two terms. So we can have this x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. And then the x plus y is copied here. Now we are going to again do the long multiplication. One term here will be multiplied to the terms of the other group. Another term here will be multiplied to the terms of the other group. And the last one will also be multiplied to the terms of the other group. So you see here we have x squared times x will get the x cubed. The x squared times y will get this x squared y. Let's have this 2xy multiplied by x. We'll get this 2x squared y. This 2xy multiplied by y, we'll get this 2xy squared. And the last term for the trinomial y squared times x, we have the y squared x, or we can write like this, xy squared. And then the y squared multiplied by y, we'll have this y cubed. Next, we will collect like terms and combine them. You see here, the x squared y and the 2x squared y, they are like terms. Also, the 2xy squared and the xy squared are like terms. So we can combine them. 3x squared y, also these two like terms can be written as 3xy squared. So copying the x cube here, copying the y cube. So we have this x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus y cubed. So this is our final answer. And we can see that this answer here is the same with our special product written on top. Now we are ready to use this formula to solve problems like this. So let's have example 1. This is 2a plus 5 all raised to 3. So in the answer, we expect 4 terms. So I put here 4 blanks. So the first blank is the first term 2a, we will raise into 3. Then the second term will be the times 3. And then I'm going to copy these two terms, 2a and 5, but the 2a must be squared. The third term, again the constant 3 will be there. I am copying these two terms, but this time the number 5 will be squared. And the last blank, the 5 will be raised to 3. And then we'll just simplify the terms. So this 2a raised to 3 will give us 8a cubed. Let us first simplify the 2a squared. We will get this 4a squared. Also the 5 squared in the third term will give us 25. We can simplify the 5 cubed. It will give us the 125. Then going to the next line, the a cube is copied here. Then we simplify, we multiply these terms, 3 times 4a squared times 5. We'll get this 60a squared. And then the third term, 3 times 2a times 25 equals 150a. And we just copy the 125. So this is our final answer. Let's go to example 2. X squared plus 2y all raised to 3. So I'm going to write the 4 blanks to represent the 4 terms. In the first blank is the first term, the x squared must be raised to 3. In the second blank, there must be the constant 3. Then I'm going to copy the 2 terms, but the first term must be squared. In the third blank, again I'm going to put the constant 3, and then I'm going to copy the 2 terms here, but the second term, the 2y, must be squared. And for the last blank, the 2y must be raised to 3. And then we're going to simplify each term. For this x squared all raised to 3 will give us the x raised to 6. Now in the second term, let us first simplify the x squared and then squared. It will give us the x to the 4th. So on the third term, the 2y raised to 2 will be simplified into 4y squared. The last term, 2y raised to 3, can be simplified into 8y cubed. Now going to the next line, we will simplify further the second and the third terms respectively. So we'll just copy the x raised to 6 down here. And for the second term, we're going to multiply 3 times x raised to 4 times 2y. It will give us the 6x raised to 4y. And then for the third term, we multiply 3 times x squared times 4y squared. It will give the 12x squared y squared. And the 8y cubed, we will simply copy here. So our final answer, x raised to 6 plus 6x raised to 4y plus 12x squared y squared plus 8y cubed. Let's go now to the second part. So this is x minus y all raised to 3. Or we can say this is difference of 2 terms and raised to 3. In the books, you will find these 4 terms to be the special product. So let us examine one by one. The first term is x cubed. It comes from the x here, that is raised to 3. And then minus the constant 3 is here, and then x squared. This is the x that is squared, followed by the y. And then plus another constant 3 will be there, and then the x, that is the first term, and then the y squared. This is the y to be squared in here. and then minus the y is raised to 3 also in the last term. So take note also that in the special product, we have alternating signs from positive to negative to positive and negative. So now we're going to have a quick multiplication to confirm the special product here. So I'm going to write the x minus y down here, raised to 3. So by our long multiplication in the power of exponent, I'm going to write x minus y times x minus y times x minus y. And then I'm going to simplify the first two factors. It will give me this x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. So we can apply our special product here for the difference of two terms. So these are the three terms for the special product. And then the x minus y is copied here. And then, one by one, I'm going to take one term and multiply to the other terms of the other group. Same thing will happen to the negative 2xy, multiply to the terms of the other group, and also this term to be multiplied to the terms of the other group. So let's start with the x squared, multiply to the x, will give us this x cubed. Then x squared times negative y will give this negative x squared y. Next is this negative 2xy times x will have this negative 2x squared y. Negative 2xy times negative y will give this positive 2xy squared. Then the y squared multiplied by x will give xy squared. Then y squared times negative y will give this negative y cubed. Then let us collect like terms to be combined. You can see here, these two terms here are like. Also, these two terms are like that we can combine. So x cubed is copied. Then these two terms becomes negative 3x squared y. These two terms becomes 3xy squared. And then the negative y cubed is copied down here. So when we compare, the product here is the same with our special product written on top. There's also one idea here that this rule follows the x plus y raised to 3. Suppose we are discussing this rule. Let's have this example to be solved. So now I'm going to write the 4 blanks and then connected by the plus signs. So please follow me. The first blank, I'm going to put the x and then put the power 3. Next blank, I'll put the number 3 constant, and then the x will be squared followed by the negative y. And then plus for the third blank, for the third term, again the constant 3 will be there. I copy the x and also the negative y must be squared. On the last blank, the negative y or the second term of the binomial will be placed here and then raised to 3. Then let us simplify. The first term becomes x cubed. In the second term here, the negative sign of the y will be placed in front. So we can see it becomes negative 3x squared y. In the third term, the negative y is squared, so the negative sign will go away. It becomes positive. That's why in the third term, it becomes plus 3x y squared. In the negative y, all raised to 3, so the negative sign is raised to an odd number. It means the negative sign will stay. So this is negative y cubed. So you can see here again that the product here is the same with our special product written on top. So one conclusion can be made. if we're going to solve a difference of two terms and it is cubed, we can also use the idea of the first special product here, the idea for the x plus y raised to 3. So let us see one example. So the 10 minus 2m all raised to 3. Now I'm going to use the idea of the formula number 1. I'm going to write my 4 blanks and then connected by the plus signs. So the first blank is for the 10 raised to 3. The second blank, I'm going to write my constant 3, and then these two terms I'm going to copy here, but the first term, which is 10, must be squared. In the third blank, the constant 3 must be there. I will copy the 10 and the negative 2m, but this time the second term or the negative 2m must be squared. For the last blank, the negative 2m must be raised to 3. So let us now simplify the terms. The 10 cube becomes 1000. For the 10 square, I will simplify this first, becomes 100. The negative 2m in the third term is raised to 2. So I simplify this into 4m squared. Of course, the negative sign goes away, so it becomes positive. And the last term, the negative 2m raised to 3, becomes negative 8m cubed. And then let us simplify further. I copy the 1000 down here. For the second term, I multiply 3 times 100 times 2m. It gives 600m. Again, that is negative. And then the third term, I copy the plus sign. I multiply 3 times 10 times 4m squared. It gives 120m squared. And then the negative 8m cubed is copied here. So this is our final answer. Let's go to example number 2. 5p minus r squared all raised to 3. Again, I'm going to write my 4 blanks, representing my 4 terms. The first blank, I'm going to copy the 5p and then raise to 3. In the second blank, the constant 3 must be there, and I'm going to copy these two terms, but the first term 5p must be squared. In the third blank, the constant 3 is there, and then I copy the two terms again, but now the second term negative r squared is now squared. And the last blank, the negative r squared is raised to 3. Now let us simplify. The 5p raised to 3 equals 125p cubed. Now in here, the negative sign is placed in front. Then let us simplify this 5p squared. It becomes 25p squared. And then on the third term, we simplify this negative r squared and then squared. It becomes r raised to 4. The negative sign goes away. Now for the last term, negative r squared raised to 3, the negative sign remains because it is an odd number, and then the r is now raised to 6. So let us simplify further. The 125p cubed is copied down here. Then for the second term, the negative sign is there. I multiply 3 times 25p squared times r squared. It gives 75p squared r squared. For the third term, the positive sign is there. Then I multiply 3 times 5p times r raised to 4. It gives this 15p r raised to 4. And the negative r raised to 6 is copied down here. So this is our final answer. Thank you for watching the video. See you again next time.